Hello. Welcome to Dummies. I'm live already at 7 o'clock. We're going to do the Embeds tutorial in a few moments. I'm giving our peers just a few minutes to gather. And while they do that, I am adding here my my numbers for the raffle since I didn't have the opportunity to do so. So we're going to start in about, I want to say 5 more minutes I'll start, and if you can always go back, revert back to the video and watch it. That's no problem at all. So we ended up with 28 names for the raffle. And then, there we go. So I'm doing like a spin the wheel. And then, hi Yvette. Hi Tanya. I've been sitting here patiently. Not really, I just started. We're going to give it in about 5 more minutes because, you know, it's Sunday. I was just talking to myself, explaining the computer how I'm adding all our 29, 27, 20, 29 names, like numbers for the raffle. So I think we did pretty good. So that way I'll just toss a name. Hi, Linda. How are you? Nice of you to join us. I'm giving like 3 more minutes for everybody to gather up. In the meantime, I don't know, out of 3 that we have, are you going to join me doing the embeds, or are you just watching? Because I know some people are working today. If you are, then let me know, because that way, okay, I'll go slower. So I have here, just for you to know, I have here this is my little list. I have here baking soda, citric acid. You're welcome, Linda. Just watching. Okay, that's fine. That works too. It's a very quick thing. It doesn't take a lot. My mouse. And taking notes. Okay. I'm going to make them along with you. Okay, Yvette, so let me know if I'm going too quick, okay? It's super simple, super easy. There's a lot of things out there that you're going to see that the mixes are a whole bunch. The one that I'm making because of the way that I, you know, do my mix. So what we're doing today for our embeds, all you need is baking soda and citric acid. You don't need nothing else. Oh, and then with the witch hazel. Very simple. The reason why I do it that way in particular, it's because my mix already has the SLSA, it has the poly, it has all that. So there's no need for you to do all that just for the embeds. In my opinion, they bloom better when they don't have it inside the embeds, because you already have the foam growing on the balm. So if you have the foam growing on the balm and then you have the embeds foaming as well, the color doesn't come out quite the same. You can try it by all means. I do it this way because I'm lazy and I like to do things quick, and if it works, why change it, right? So, and you've seen the way my bombs turn out. I just throw them in there and they rotate and spark colors and all that. That's all I need and I'm happy. So it's 7:05. I'm going to show you 3 ways to do it. The very lazy one, the almost not so lazy one, and the particular one, which is the way that you see online, which is using spoons. The spoons event that I'm using are 1/2 a teaspoon and 1/4 of a teaspoon. You're going to see why you're doing this if you're going to use your spoons. This is the hardest way to do it. Trust me, I've been there, done that. And then the molds that I have are these little ones. These you can find in Amazon. And then there's like one that comes in a multi-pack like this. These are bigger. You see they're like shells and stars. So you don't need any particular, I just, whatever works. Because they're not going to be, showing on the bottom at all. So it doesn't matter if they break. You have ice mini cubes. Well, those are the best. Those are the blue ones or gray one or brown one, whatever. Those are the best. I haven't gone there just yet. I don't know why, because I have these already, so I didn't even invest in that. But anyways, so all I'm going to do, we're going to do even parts on baking soda and citric acid. This is 1/2 cup, so I just did 1 cup of baking soda, and we're going to do 1 cup of citric acid, okay? So that's the even parts. That part is done, believe it or not. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that they're like as usual. You don't have any lumps or anything like that. And let's do this. I'm going to use a separate one just because I want to change the colors on them. And when I'm going to spray, here I'm going to spray, okay? Because I want the texture to be moist, but not as moist as your regular bath bomb, okay? So it's going to be moist enough, but it's not going to stick together. Does that make sense? I'm going to show you. And then I'm not moistening too much because I'm going to add the color, and then the color is going to kind of like suck up a little bit the moisture in there. You can also measure. I just haven't gotten around it, measuring the witch hazel. So how was your weekend? Mine was busy. I had my sister over from Puerto Rico, and she's like a big baby, so I have to take her and carry her around and cook for her and all that. So by the time she's gone, it's done. Okay, so I think it's good enough. Okay, so it is holding together, but it's not going to hold. Let me see if you can see this, if you can appreciate it. It's not going to hold for the same amount of time that your bomb should hold when you press down, if that makes any sense, okay? So it is holding together, but you see how it's not super? It's rainy. You can see me rainy, or the mix is rainy. Okay, so you press down, it holds down, but it also breaks apart very easily, okay? The reason we're going to do that is because you want the bath bomb, you want the embeds to be, to breathe. So you want the water to kind of create the bubbles in there so it just floats up and throws out all the colors. Does that make sense? Are you following me here? So it's going to get sticky. because of course it's only citric acid and baking soda. And again, you're going to press down and it's going to hold together, but it's going to break easy. That's not the way you do it with the bombs. With the bomb, you want it to hold almost for a full minute or something. I don't know. So that's that. What I'm going to do is I'll take just one bit here, and I'm going to do my neon pink on this one. And then you should measure it. Mr. The beginning, that's fine. You can always go back. All we're doing right now, are you following with me, Beatrice? Or are you just tuning in? Beatrice has missed the beginning. So are you going to do it with us, or are you just kind of watching? Because if you're doing with us, I can repeat, the mix. It's very easy. See? Okay, so all you need, Beatrice, oh, how do you say that? Beatrice. All you need is 1 cup of baking soda and 1 cup of citric acid. Okay? 1 and 1. And then you need the witch hazel to create a sticky consistency, like that, but that's kind of loose. You're watching. Okay. What kind of color am I using? I'm using Mica. This is, what is this? It's Vicious Beauties. I just started using them. It's called Love Story. I don't know if you can see it there. There you go. Let me know if you need more information on her. The colors are beautiful. Look at that pink. I don't know if you guys can appreciate what I'm doing, because I can't see it the same way because of the light. Can you see the bright pink? So now what we're going to do is we are going to put it in. Let's do the hard thing first, the hard way first, just for you to using the spoons, okay? And it's not the hard way, it's just that I'm lazy. Okay, so the reason for the 1/4 and the 1/2 teaspoon, it's very simple. And natural color instead Mica. Yeah, of course, whatever you want to use. Yeah, whatever works for you is fine. If you use it with your regular bath bombs, you can use it with the embeds. Embeds are simply there to create that foaming, not the foaming, but the rotation and to bloom out the color. That's what embeds are for you that don't know what embeds are. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take my mix and I'm going to press down. This is a 1/4, and I'm going to place it down if it comes out. There you go. That's 1/4. Okay, I'll show you another one. You press down. Those are like the classic embeds, okay? Those are the ones that you see in the picture, actually. And then this is 1/2 teaspoon. And then the cool thing about this is, since you're not putting it super humid, like super wet, they dry up like in 20 minutes. So in some places you'll see it's going to say, oh, you have to let it overnight. It's better if you leave it overnight, I agree. But if you want to use it within 45 minutes, that's fine, as long as it's dry. Okay, so there we go. There you go. You have the 1/2 teaspoon and 1/4 teaspoon. Why the two different sizes? Very simple. That's what we're going to create the rotation depending on how you place them on the bum, just like everything. So what I usually do is I do 2 big ones facing outside and then 2 little ones facing the other side. Just create like a square. And since the big one is going to push, they're all going to push against each other. It's going to create that rotation. So I do have a mix here, an old mix that I'm going to use, so you can see how you can put it in the bath bomb, okay? So you guys got this one down? We need maybe to do another one. This is with the half a teaspoon and 1/4 of a teaspoon. Thumbs up if you're done with this one. No? Okay, let me do another one. So we take a little bit of the mix, press down, and place down. Like, release it. Very simple. Okay, I'm getting the thumbs up again. Okay, perfect. Now that you made me do 2 of them, I'm going to do 2 more. So 1/4. This is a 1/4 of teaspoon. Pressing down. And release. Okay? That's that. Let's move on. Now, I'm going to show you the easy, most ridiculous way to do this. You'll see why I say this. Very simple. And don't laugh. If you've done it and it works. You put just a little bit or whatever amount you want to do of the mix, and you're going to place it down. I'm using this little cover as an example only. Since it's so sticky, it's very easy to mold, believe it or not. So you take it down, press it all together like a brownie, and it's going to stick together. You see that? This is the most lazy way to do this. And then all you're going to do is you're going to cut it. For this, it's better if you use like a knife, of course. But again, if you're super lazy, then follow me. I'm cutting it just like a brownie. And then those little pieces, there you go. Those little squares are going to become your embeds. It depends how thick you want them. These you can't move around too much, of course, because if not, they're going to crack because you're just like pressing down. But you take the piece and you just put it in, just like you did with the other embed. Okay? So super easy, super quick. I have done this one as well. It works wonders, just like if you're spooning it out. Okay? This is the second way to do it. This is the super lazy way. Now, just to give you an idea, look at the embeds. They already are manageable. That's how quick they dry because you're doing only baking soda and citric acid. If you do oil and you do essence and you do a whole bunch of stuff, then you're going to wait 24 hours to use them. You see how easy that was? This is not complicated. It just is time consuming. So, since it's time consuming, and I have 3 boys, I don't have time. So, I do it this way. And you simply are going to take your mix and you're going to put it in there. I don't know if you can appreciate what I'm doing. You're not going to super press down. You're just going to kind of like let it slide in the mold. This is a little bit more difficult for you, Yvette, that are using the ice cube ones. You're almost going to do the exact same thing because you kind of like have to press it down a little bit to make sure that they, you know, stick together, that they hold. They go all the way down. The cool thing is that you don't have to press down like you're pressing down, again, the balm. Because the balm, you need it to hold together. This, it's going to hold together, but you want it to breathe. Because you want it to create those bubbles. That's why you're using citric acid in baking soda only. Because then you're going to have like a higher amount of bubbles. When you use SLSA on your balm, that's going to almost hold the fizz. So the fizz is only going to work as like I don't know, it's only kind of like going to move the balm. But because you have the SLSA on the mix already in the balm, then it's not going to go super quick. Why is somebody crying there? They gave me the sad face there. Okay. I'm going to post a video of one of you girls. I think it was Audrey. I have it pending. It's another video on how to do embeds. She shared it about a week ago, but I didn't want to go ahead because I didn't know if you guys wanted to like do the embeds along with me. So that video, I don't know if it's the same mix, but I'm going to post it now as soon as we're done here. That way you have like different alternatives on how to do it. So it's taking me a little bit longer, but it's not quite as long as the spooning. Believe me, when you're doing 2 cups of this with a spoon, it takes a long time. And then usually I don't do it on the towel. I do it on a little rack. That way whatever leftover I have falls on that little rack, not on the towel. Okay. There you go. You see how it's not super messy. I just dropped just a feel. Don't look at my towel. My towel is stained with dyes. And that's it. You see how quick and easy that was? So what you're going to do is you're going to wait until this dries up, which usually takes about 40 minutes. For you that have used this type of mold, you know that if it's not dry enough, then you're going to crack it, which is fine. If you crack 1 or 2, don't waste it. You're always going to use that either way. So all this I'm going to use either way. I'm going to do another one. It's 723. I'm going to do this big one. This is one of the easiest one. Just because, again, I'm trying to create that that effect on sizes. So I want to have 2 different sizes. And you're going to notice once you're done with one, it creates a blob. Like your mix is going to become a freaking, but because you put, okay. So I'm going to do this one very quickly, and then we're going to go to the drawing. If you have any questions, start posting them now if you want, and that way I can help you. We just go straight to the live shows. So I'm going to do blue. It's Vicious Beauty. Vicious what? Vicious Beauties. It's another sample from them. And usually it takes about 1 or 2 little teaspoons. It doesn't take long. A lot. Beatriz, have you been able to follow? What drawing? Hi, Annie. I guess you came in after the drawing had ended. It was, I have some molds that I'm going to give away and a fragrance for sharing the group. So I'm guessing you came out after Do you buy those molds as Embeds molds? No, 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 no. These are like chocolate molds. These are like chocolate, is this acrylic? Chocolate acrylic molds or something like that. Just remember, these are like all cooking utensils. Okay. So I got my, it depends on how you want your colors to bloom out. If you want to make them a little bit darker, then you just play with your colors, okay? This is the blue one. I like them to be a little bit darker because usually my bombs are not that dark. Okay. Okay, so that's good. We're going to do these, okay? And again, all you have to do is kind of like put it in there. If you're a little bit more meticulous on how you do things and measuring and all that, by all means, don't follow me. All I'm showing is the way to do it. Then you perfect your technique and everybody's happy. Okay. So you see I'm pressing down, but it's not like I'm going nuts on this at all. I add color the same way, just eyeball it. I know, when you cook, that's the way you do it. Since you're not adding poly 80 to that mixture, it won't stain the tub. It's such a small amount. If you think about it, it's not the same when you do like the full bomb. That this, it depends on you. If you want to add it, you add it. I've never had any issues with staining the tub because usually what stains the tubs are like very, very difficult colors, like that, not that pink. There's a very strong pink that usually always stains my tub, even when I use the poly. So poly is not supposed, it's supposed to help you dilute because it's a soluble, but if it's rough around the edges or if it has soap or if it's old, it's gonna stain it regardless. So I always tell my customers, you use it. It's designed to not stain, but if it does, just simply wash it out. You know, it's not a big deal. But no, I don't use the poly on this one because it's such a small amount that's going inside the bomb. Make sense? So, do we have any questions regarding that? Because if not, then I'll just show you how to place them inside. So as I said, I'm going to use an old mix, not for selling, but because it still works. And of course, I don't sell this. Okay, this is my mix, the one that you have posted online. It has kaolin clay, baking soda, citric acid, Epsom salt, cream of tartar, and I just have a mix here that was done, I don't know how long, and I'm going to use it for this batch just as an example, okay? So you know how to place them inside. And then I'm not going to use dyes or anything on this one either because I don't want to waste my dyes. Again, the mixture is going to be hard. It's going to be harder than the Embeds one. So it's going to stick together like this without breaking. That's the consistency you're looking for those that don't really know. When it's that consistency, you're ready to go. Okay. Okay. When you add colors, you check consistency again to see if it's going to stick. All right. And you didn't see me add any witch hazel because I completely threw it in here and this was just washed. So it started foaming on me. And so it already has the moisture in there. Okay. And then let me get the, I'm going to use these molds. These are the molds, okay? If you want me to do with the plastic one, it's the same thing. Okay. So this is the way to do it. For you that are having difficulty having your bombs float, embeds are not going to make it float. Are going to help it, but they're not going to make it float, believe me. So if you're having difficulty with the bomb floating, I'm going to show you how to pack it so it floats with or without embeds, okay? This is a little bonus. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the ones that I have. These are the little ones, little hard ones. I use these little things, and as you can see, Lazy Sandra, I put it all together. I don't change. I don't put, different colors. So I'm just using the little hearts. That's the way, that's the final product of the embed. You see it? So that's almost like a fourth. There's plenty of ways you can use this one. Let me show you. Put a little bit here. And these are the big ones. These are the hot ones. You see how thick these are? These, if you do like bigger bombs, these are perfect. My favorite ones are the star ones because they're just almost like the perfect size. They're not too big. They're not too small at all. Okay. And they can become grainy because, again, I don't pack them too hard because I want them to float. So it's okay if they're grainy, okay? And these are the shell ones, the ones that we did on blue. You see they're thick, but not super thick. So I'm going to use the stars, different colors. And then you play with the amount based on your experience, based on how you play with it. I usually put 1 or 2 big ones and then 4, or if I can fit in there 5, I will do so. But usually I put 1 big one and then like 4 around it and then on each side. That way it has plenty of color in there. And then you could put it all in 1 color or 3 different colors depending on how you want it to come out. Sorry I'm late. I'll make sure I watch the beginning later. That's fine, Sheila. You're not missing much. I'm just going to show you right now. I'm going to pack one just as an example. If you're pressing down, you're already losing half the battle there. You see how I just threw it in there? I never press down, ever. Because if I do, then it's not gonna float. So again, I just put a little bit in the bottom, less than half, or maybe like half. And then I put my star, the big one. You see it there? And then I put the little ones. I just place them in there. I don't squeeze them in. You see that? And then you put the rest. There's where you're going to press a little bit just to make it hold. You see, you make it look like a little cupcake. Okay? And then I'm going to show you the ones, you guys that don't have the molds. This is super easy too. Again, half. This is the half a teaspoon. And the fourth. Okay? And I'm going to place them like this. Two big ones, one little one. You see that? That's going to make the rotation, guys. That's going to make it rotate every single side. And that's it. Oh my God, I don't think I have enough mix in here. You see? And then you take it all together. Me with the spoons, I never have a spoon for some odd reason. Let me use this. And voila. You got that? Not pressing down. It's not a science. It just takes practice. Whoop. Okay. And there you have your bomb. Good to go. It has the embeds inside. It's not going to change anything. All it's going to do is when you throw it in the water, it's going to create that rotation. So that's how you place the embeds inside. Very simple, very easy. If you throw it and you see that it doesn't have enough color, add a few in there. You don't have to, you know, go nuts. I've always told you guys, and if you see my posts, I'm always saying go back to basics. If you have a whole bunch of mess in there in your mix, or if it's too complicated, that means that you need to like keep it simple, stupid. You know, the point about all this is to have fun, not to go crazy and stress out about it. Because if not, you're going to go insane.